Hey everybody, and welcome to our Cyclone Game Center, brought to you by Kingland Systems, great partners with Iowa State Athletics. And today we're going to have a lot of fun with the 2015-16 men's basketball game between Iowa State and number 1 Oklahoma. And we are joined by the head coach of the Cyclones, Steve Prohm. Coach, welcome.
Hey, thanks, John. Appreciate you guys doing this.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. We've done a few of them, and this is going to be a fun one to do. Also joined by, from the Utah Jazz, George Niang. Hey, George.
What's going on, J-Dub? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Hey, excellent. Surviving one day at a time.
That's what I want to hear. And also from the Toronto Raptors, we have Matt Thomas. Hey, Matt.
John, how you doing, man? Thanks for having us.
We're excited to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the action here, have Austin do that for us. And basically, you guys set the stage for us. This is a big game. Coach, your first year, and a really good Oklahoma team coming in.
Yeah, obviously they had Buddy Hield, and the other guard Cousins was really good, and we kind of got off to a slow start in conference. We were 1-3. We went to K-State and beat them on the road, and then we were coming back right away, kind of Saturday, Monday, quick turnaround, and knew we had to get this game.
It's a good atmosphere. I mean, great environment, guys.
Yeah, this was an intense game. I remember, the hype before this because Oklahoma was the first time they were a 1 seed. And there was a lot of hype around this game, so we definitely were up to this.
No doubt about it. You guys get off to a decent start here with Monte, and then Jamil gets the block at the other end, so some pretty good intensity right out of the gate.
Yeah, it's great. And you see the fans already into it right from the beginning.
So, Matt, you had an incredible defensive assignment here because you're trying to guard Buddy Hield in this game.
Yeah, like you said, trying to guard him. I remember I was getting a lot of praise, actually, after this game for my defensive efforts. And I had to go back and check the box score before we did this. And Buddy finished with 27 points on 10 of 23 from the field, 7 of 14 from 3. So I did what I could. There's a clip where I shouldn't have gone under on that screen off the ball. But, obviously Buddy's a really good player. But I did what I could.
Tremendous player, and we'll see a few buckets from him as we go. But this is good stuff right here. The alley-oop from Monte to Jamil off the Nader penetration.
Yeah, Monte and Jamil, a great connection with that lob pass. So that's obviously great to see, especially early on in the game, loosening up that Oklahoma defense.
Yeah, the lob. We got pretty accustomed to seeing the lob pass from Monte to Jamil or George to Jamil. Those guys had really good chemistry.
Well, another thing I want to touch on, it's tough defending Buddy Hield just because every play is run for him. Like all those guys were programmed to get Buddy the ball.
Oh yeah, I remember we talked about our big thing in the scouting report was you got to find him. When they get offensive rebounds, you got to find him in transition because, like you said, Woodard and Cousins are programmed to find him whenever he's open. And he's another guy too. He's just always in attack mode. Every time he touches the ball, he's trying to score.
Good defense on him there.
That was good.
Good help by Monte
does
too.
a good job really helping over there. And I can't remember who that. I don't know if that was Woodard right there that he was helping off of or not. But
George, you hadn't scored till right here.
Yeah, I was shooting, they just weren't going in.
It's about time.
Overexcited, just trying to get myself going here, and I was lucky I got to my spot.
Hey, don't worry, John. He's got a lot more buckets coming.
Oh, there were plenty of shot attempts I saw.
Well, that's going to happen regardless.
John, you can't score if you don't shoot. Come on now.
That's right, man. That's right. Well, Coach, you can see the back and forth nature of this game, man. It's fun to watch, and good stuff back and forth up and down the floor.
I looked at the box score before just to get kind of remember the game a little bit. And like Matt was touched on, they shot 42% from the field, but they shot 50-something from three. They made 17 threes, and that's what really – they had one guy, Dante Buford. If you guys remember, man, he was kind of maybe lower down on the scouting report, came off, made 4 threes that game.
Oh, yeah, off the bench.
Well, Hield gets hot.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but I know this is a defensive clip here, but they always did a really good job of anticipating switches with us and made us play a lot more one-on-one than we wanted to when we struggled.
So great defense right here until Tom Meads bails him out with a bad call.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Am I allowed to comment on that?
Yes. Ex post facto.
Tom Meads was known to give a couple bad calls.
He wasn't the one that called the foul on Niang against Chayok, was he, too?
George, she might have got a piece of your shot right there.
Why are you guys showing that?
Well, I remember this play. Good thing Jamil was there.
Matt, that was a great shot. Seriously.
They really got to do a replay on that.
Honestly,
that's an assist.
Man, I'm going to apologize for the editing. Now, they get a piece of Monte's shot here, too. Ladham's a pretty good shot blocker. But
can't block that one.
Yeah, you guys.
Man, this place was electric. I remember this. This place was nuts.
Hey, George, where does this rank in top Hilton games for you?
This is definitely top 3. I would go Oklahoma. Actually, top 5. Because Kansas, Iowa, both times when we came back from 20, and Oklahoma State are definitely up there.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, Okie State was crazy.
We'll get those another day.
You watch these two teams. Both these teams could really, really score. I mean, even like George was talking about and Matt, they would just do a lot of kind of slot pick and roll for Buddy. If you guys remember that, they just kind of put him in the slot and they just let him go. And I mean, he's got range. He had big time range.
Oh man, block somebody out.
So Matt.
But this is what happens in this game. It's always point counterpoint. I mean, they hit a big shot, you come back at a big shot.
Bang. Yeah, it helps when you have good players.
I know, Coach used to say this all the time. When you first came, you're like, I don't want to coach offense. I want to let you guys just make plays. And when you think about it, I mean, what do we have? 5 pros, 5 NBA players on this team? I mean, that's what happens when, you roll the ball out and play.
All right, we're going to close the first half with some good D by Dooley, and he had a great game.
Oh,
and you guys are up 6.
He was good. I remember this game, yeah.
Yeah, I think he had 22. Looking at the box, I think George had 20 or 22, Monte 20, Nader 20, Matt had 12.
We were at our – yeah, go ahead.
I was joking with Matt. I said we had no bench points. Matt said because you don't play the bench, Coach.
That's true, no bench points. But here's our favorite part of the whole video, guys, because the Cyclone Alley is going to appreciate the efforts of the Red Panda at halftime. 6 bowls. Check it out.
Wow.
This is what we were missing at halftime?
That's what you guys missed at halftime.
So we gotta go and listen to Coach Prohm talk to us at halftime and not see the talent show.
You missed the Red Panda.
Yeah. We'd have been all right staying out there.
Hey, that's when we were at our best, though, when everybody just chipped in and did their part, like you said, with Monte, Abdul, and George all scoring over 20 is pretty impressive.
I think Jamil had 13 Jamil had 13 rebounds, I think, in that game.
He did. And 4 blocks. Yep.
He came to play.
Extra pass. Oh.
You get this ball, you get the kick out.
2 for $1.
Matt told me the last time he missed his second shot was when he was in 6th grade. So,
yeah, that's why George just started running back on defense.
Hey, see, that's what Jamil did really well. Offensive rebound and kick out.
Yeah, he was smart he knew how to pass out of that off the rebound.
But now Jamil gets the block, and then he comes up hobbled. So this gives you guys a chance to give a shout out to Vic. He's going to start doing his magic here.
Vic Miller, best AT in all of the land, that's for sure.
There it is.
Let's see how quick he gets him back in the game.
Hey, Vic has those magic hands, so he can kill anybody in quick time.
Stu's paying close attention there. But then they get hot. Cousins had a big game.
George, were you just blocking out Spangler? You were blocking somebody out? Can George not hear me?
Hey, I think you muted
I just choose to neglect your comments about the rebound. And then you just have Monte, man. Monte has been a stud the whole year. Hey, that's a
nice baseline out of bounds.
Hey, it went in. Damn, Matt, 3 for 11?
That's rough. Yeah, wait, let me see what I finished 4 for 13.
Yeah.
Hey, that might be a max shot attempt. Oh, Jamil's ready.
Yeah, Vic's the man.
Hey, Coach, we had a big lineup. What were you thinking? Me, Deontay, and Jamil?
Yeah, we tried it. We'll see what it does here.
Well, I don't know why I was getting praised for playing good defense this game. This is like a Buddy Hield highlight reel.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. I didn't know you were going to be on here.
Hey, it's all good. It is what happened.
Hey, your buddy's going to find you here.
There you go, Matt.
Pass.
I knew I could
Great
trust
pass.
you, brother.
There you go. Love it.
All right, now check this out, guys, because you guys talked about how many minutes you played. And so ESPN got this shot during the timeout of you guys after your summer workouts. I just want to know if these pictures are doctored.
Is it the George transformation picture?
Yeah, there you go, all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's pretty. That's a heavy edit for sure.
Hold on. Can we pause it so I can tell the conditioning story of
Please do. Go ahead. You got time.
Of Coach. So when Coach first got the job, he came in and basically said he was going to challenge us mentally, physically, and all of us are like, yeah. We know it's coming. And with Fred, like, we didn't have that much conditioning. We kind of just played pickup. And with Coach Prohm, we were on that track every Wednesday at 6:30, and our assistant Neil Berry was with Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And
with a big smile on his face every morning.
Smile, like, what's up, guys? How you doing? Great to see you.
It's a great day to be great.
And anybody that knows, like, before, we never did any conditioning. It was more like get in shape the way you needed to be. And I never have seen more lines on a track than I did every Wednesday, running 5 laps, 6 laps, 4 laps. And you can attribute this, buddy, to that. That's for sure. Coach Prohm had us in really good shape because Lord knows playing 36, 38 minutes that we were playing, we needed to be in that type of shape.
Yeah.
You confirm that, Coach?
Yeah, no, I'm glad they all were there on time.
Just put a hand up, George.
Oh, my goodness.
That's your guy, Buford.
Yeah, that's Buford. He was 4
I remember
for 4,
that shot.
I think.
Oh, man. I remember that shot.
Good ball moving here, though,
Oh,
guys.
yeah? Right back at you, buddy.
That's what kind of battle this was, man. It was fun.
There's nothing like Brent Musburger, too, on the call, man. I mean, that's like Big Monday to a T.
No doubt.
My gosh.
And he was with Jay Billis on this game.
Buford has come in off the bench to replace Burton right here.
This is a big possession here. Dooley was huge on Isaiah Cousins.
Yeah, he did a great job. His length bothered Cousins.
Burton with a defensive rebound hits Morris. Morris breaks free at the other end.
I think Lon Kruger's going to get a timeout, man, and this is when Hilton starts coming to life.
It's a 5.
I mean, these are the moments that you really you live for, that big bucket and then the timeout and then the place explodes. And then you just have all that momentum going forward. I mean, I don't know if Hilton, you'll see him knows this, but they willed us to a ton of victories.
Welcome back.
You know, it's
No question.
You know, like, George, you touched on it, but, like, you watch all this, and we're at 64 points right now. And I bet we hadn't run one half-court action. These guys had such a great understanding of just how to play, space the floor, make the right decision. And then they all were really skilled and could drill past shoot, so it just made them really tough to guard. I don't know if these guys know it, but this was the most efficient and highest-rated offensive team in the history of the school.
Wow. It shows, and there's some good defense on this sequence, too.
Hey, George, doesn't Spangler looks like he's moving pretty slow out there, huh?
Yeah, step slow. You know what I mean? Jamil really got up on that. I thought he was injured earlier.
Hey, Vic's got magic hands.
No, but Jamil was a great rim protector. He was big time for us, especially when he was locked in defensively.
Not another. Uh-oh.
No, you defended well.
Good help, George. Good help, George. Good help, George.
But she's so good.
Don't wall, Iceman.
Good help again. Good help again. There we go.
Hey, you know what? That's like the defense coach preached from the day he got in. Like, that's the type of defense I want. We give it to him once every 3
Hey, that was great help right there, Monte. Matt, I mean, that was good help off two. I can't remember number 2's name. What was 2's name?
That was Naz's boy.
Denzel Walker.
Denzel.
Way to die on the screen, Matt. Good job.
I mean, this guy's the national player.
I could have used some help on that one.
I mean, he's the national player of the year for a reason, right?
Yeah,
no question.
He's going to make some shots.
Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, they wouldn't go away. That's the thing. A lot of times when we would play at home, our fans would get involved. We'd get like a 5-6 point lead, and it would be extended to 15-20. But good teams like Oklahoma, they stuck around.
But the thing about that is in college is if you could get Buddy to go cold for a little bit, he could really shoot them out of a game.
Yeah, no question. No question.
He shot them back into this one.
So we'll let these plays go a little bit longer, but there's one more from Hield, and now they lead it. They're up. 3 minutes to go. But you guys always had an answer, man.
Just pass the ball to George, let him do his thing.
And then rebound.
It normally works.
That might have been his biggest play of the year right there. That was huge.
That was huge.
You know, he had some, even if you want to go back to the Iowa game, he had some big offensive rebound kickouts. You know,
I'll never forget the Iowa game, Coach, when I think he back tipped it to George. I think that was against Iowa. It was like a rebound and just tipped it back. Yeah.
And then George hit the 3, and then we really got going in that game.
70-70 game, 2:25 to go. We'll let these breathe a little bit more. You guys just take us down to the finish.
Yeah, Monte is wide open in the corner here. They're really taking away that lob.
Big shot, good pass.
Well, that's why George was so hard to guard. They're doing a great job. Everybody's helping. He finds the wide open guy. Monte gets an open 3.
I mentioned Cousins made some big shots, though, for them, and so did Hield. So they're hanging in there.
He's under 50%, Matt. He's 10 for 21, so you're good.
I think he finished 10 for 23, so.
Hit that. Oh.
Well.
See, Dooley was the perfect complement because he would just have someone that wasn't able to guarding him, and he's 6'7", strong, and he really started shooting the ball well his senior year. So he was honestly the reason why we had a really successful season.
Yeah, and
he's a big wing.
Yep.
My bad. I was saying he's like a big wing even at the NBA level. So at the college level, for him playing the 3, it's just a tough matchup for most teams.
He shot almost 40% from 3 as a senior. I mean, he really had a great year for us.
You see what I mean? That's where he kind of.
That's one of those shots.
Yeah. Where he probably should try to get to the free throw line, and then you go down kind of feeling confident here. I don't know what happens, but.
You don't want to watch, George.
Really? Do I fall or something?
Oh. That was a good take, though.
A couple of those game sealers go in. It must have been the head coach's fault.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh no.
Oh, man. And really, Cousins' game was more mid-range, drive. You know, that he wasn't a 3 guy.
No, he wasn't. He's 4 for 4.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the timeout here, Coach. Tie game.
This looks like Hook. Oh, no, timeout.
Well, you had Monte hit a big shot a little bit early, and he's going to hit another big one coming up. And he had a tendency to hit some big shots.
Yeah, he does a real good job here getting to his spot. I think this is Right.
This is like the step back, right?
Yeah, right wing.
Yeah, he gets again an elbow step back jump shot. I think Jamil's going to come and just flip this and go make a play here off the high ball screen.
That's a tough shot. Yeah, he just got to his spot and elevated.
Referee Mark White, he blew the whistle right away to reset the clock. He was watching it every second of the way, making sure here that the Sooners get in regulation. Iowa State with his 2-point lead.
I love being in games like this, but being on the defensive end with this much time left is a little nerve-wracking for me.
Even now,
it's not my strong suit, J-Dub.
Even when you know the result, you still get nervous, huh, G?
Exactly, man.
Hilton's pretty loud right here.
Oh, it was crazy loud.
Defended it well.
Game.
You don't understand when Isaiah shot that shot. Everybody's breath. You gotta do a little extra for the camera here.
Yeah. Why'd you grab the back of his head like that, George?
You gotta take care of your son sometimes. Your youngest son, you're so happy to see him grow up.
Steps up and makes big free throws too.
Monte was tremendous, man. He just
this is a huge game. Obviously Monte was great all 4 years. This is one of his best games. It's got to be.
Yeah.
With so much on the line, playing the #1 team.
Yeah. But I call him big game. Dang, 66%.
He just wasn't. Hey, Coach Small would have been like, "Yeah, you just got to focus. You just aren't focused."
Not focused.
All right, so they're going to score quick.
That was. Oh.
So they still got a shot.
George, I feel like he fouled you after you grabbed the ball out of the net.
Yeah, but this was some nice trickery that Coach Pro drew.
Oh, that's right.
Isaiah Cousins doesn't have the highest basketball IQ, so he got him to really make a mistake.
Yeah, that's right.
Game.
Hey, I was so nervous that you were gonna pass it too early before I established myself out of bounds.
So for those wondering, that was a technical foul on Isaiah Cousins for reaching across and slapping the ball out of Matt's hand while he's still out of bounds. That's what Eric Heff's explaining to me because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, this was a smart play.
People thought I was calling.
George, you knew the rule there.
George.
Call for the technical.
So now ESPN's going to tell us that the last time we beat the #1 team in the country, as Matt shooting the technical, was when Gary Thompson played Wilt. Yeah, against Wilt. There he is.
39-37 was the final.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Golly, I couldn't have played in that day. Too much defense.
They're going to foul, and then they're going to show a little clip of the Armory, 1957. And look at how big Wilt is, man.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Last time we beat #1.
It's just awesome seeing the history. I mean, all of us come from different, backgrounds, different places, but to know that, there's been history dated back to the 1950s with good basketball tradition. That's kind of what it's all about. And, it's kind of why you enjoy playing for the university.
That puts it away when Dooley hits that free throw.
Oh, I used to love that sign, the Darth Nader sign of Abdul.
And we saw the giant George Niang too.
Oh, that one's still in Wallabies now.
Ball game.
Why didn't he shoot that?
Trying to make sure he's kept 4 for 4. Matt said he was 4 for 4 from 3.
That's right. He was. He's. Hey, I remember that was maybe the third or fourth time that we had played games where the fans rushed on the court. So I remember, if you saw in that one, George and I both ran out of the way because we didn't want to get trampled by everybody.
You bailed quick, but Holly Rowe's going to track you down, George. We're gonna listen to Holly with George here in a minute.
I'm sure I have some foolish things to say.
All right, let's listen in here.
I'm standing by with George Niang. And George, given the way your season started at 1-3, how important is this win for your team tonight?
This was huge for us. You know, a lot of people doubted us here and there, and, you know, we were just wanting to show everybody that we're real, and I feel like we did that today and took a step in the right direction.
This Oklahoma team wouldn't quit. They took a lead several times late in this game. What was the defining moment for you guys to continue to fight back?
I think when you have guys that play as hard as Monte Morris, Matt Thomas on Buddy Hield, and Jameel McKay and Abdul-Nader, and then credit to Monte making a shot down the end. He's just a heck of a player, and I'm blessed to play with a point guard like him.
For you in your senior season to take down #1 at home, what does that mean to you?
It means everything. You know, my days are winding down in Ames, and it means everything to give these fans this.
How does the Hilton Magic feel right now, George?
It's alive and real. It feels great.
Thank you. Brent?
Thank you, Holly.
Awesome stuff. Well, Steve, this is a heck of a win in your first season at Iowa State.
Yeah, these guys were great. I mean, I'm just watching there. I'm like, damn, they were really, really good. And, I mean, they made it simple. They could all dribble, pass, shoot. You know, a lot of those guys set a ton of records, and they really led the renaissance. This group right here led the renaissance of Iowa State basketball along with Coach Hoiberg, you know, getting those guys here. And, you know, obviously they represent this program the right way, and especially now they're doing great things. I'm just really proud of them.
I think the best thing, though, that you can speak towards it, Coach, and Matt, you can touch on it too, was, you know, when you first came in, you kind of wanted to unify all of us and put our personal goals to the side. And I don't want to say not the last dance because you guys had another year after that, but it was sort of like our seniors' last dance. And I think you do a good job of stressing to the rest of the team on how are you going to send your seniors out. So you saw that moment where all of us hugging and Monte hugging, because it was more to us than just a game. It was sending, you know, the last year guys off the right way and continuing to build our resume at Iowa State, which is really important to all of us.
You know, I was looking through it, and because I went back, if y'all remember the day before the Kansas State game, you know, we kind of met and in the locker or in the meeting room, and we're like, hey, man, we got to get this right. We got to get back going. We only had about 6 guys over there. We played zone the whole game at Kansas State.
I remember that, yeah.
40 minutes of zone, and Jordan made a couple big shots. But, you know, you just look at the way, you know, these guys, and that's they take a lot of pride in this program. And I think that's what's really cool to watch that. And like I touched on earlier, the way they represent this program. And, I mean, they've all taken their different paths. You know, George, you know, got drafted, but, you know, went kind of with the Pacers in the G League a little bit and then broke through. And then Matt went over to Europe, and everyone – and now is with the Raptors. Everyone has their own story, but they're doing really, really well. And what I was getting at is George, I looked at – he was the winningest player in the history of the school when he left. And then when Matt and Monte left, they ended up being the winningest player in the history of the school. And that's a credit to all those guys doing it the right way and living the right way.
Yeah, Matt, I'd love to get your final thoughts.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is what people always ask, you know, with like these guys have said, we have like 6 guys currently playing in the NBA, and they always say, you know, you guys had so much talent, but a lot of it is you have to give credit to Coach Hoiberg and Coach Prohm for like we were saying earlier during the video, just letting us play with freedom and giving us that freedom to play offensively, because that translates so well to the next level. And also just goes to show how we pushed each other. I mean, I remember days where, you know, whether it's George or Monte or Naz in the gym, and you want to get in the gym just to, you know, be around them or just to push each other to get better. And we embrace that. And you see us all now just having success on our own, which is really cool. And it's been great for me to just follow everybody's success. It's been fun.
And one final thing. I don't think people, now that we know, you know, hindsight is 2020, we had 6 pros. So, I mean, I don't think Coach Prohm gets enough credit for that year. I don't think people understand, you know, the non-basketball stuff when you have 6 guys that, you know, feel like they're, you know, potential professional prospects, and having to rein them in and control that and still be able to win games. Obviously it was on us, but to be able to control that group of guys and have us look at the positives and the best for each other rather than for ourselves. You know, a lot of credit has to go out to him and along with Coach Hoiberg of, you know, how we were brought up.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing, you know, the one constant I've never seen you've coached some guys, and then I got here, and coming here was great for me because I was able to learn some things Fred did and learn from these guys. And these guys are so basketball brilliant, they challenge you. But I've never been around a core group of guys that all the guys that are in the NBA, two things. Their character is impeccable, high level character, and then work ethic. Like George joked about Matt with like the dribbling drills and I remember looking out my window and he's doing lane slides across the floor with the bands, trying to get a step quicker so he can shut down Utah. And George, he's doing two-a-days, and Mariel Shayok and Naz Long. You could go down the line, and their character and their work ethic, I've never seen nothing like it. And so very fortunate to be a part of, whether it was 1 year with George, 2 years with Matt. It makes you, it's like, man, you almost wish, hey, I wish I had another year with George, or can we get these guys back for another year or two? But thanks, guys, for being a part of this.
Yeah, I really appreciate all you guys doing this. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, this is great. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun to kind of go back and relive some of those memories. That was great. So appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for doing it. We appreciate Kingland Systems for their support of Iowa State athletics, and thanks for watching.